Check, check.
The Sound of Collarts is a collaborative project that captures the lived experience of the Collarts student. The sight, the sound, the frenetic energy, the diversity of opportunity, the diversity of experience in one frenetic minute.
We wanted to create a project that would kind of encapsulate everything that Collarts is in a 1 minute piece. I thought right away, well, we could actually turn this into a great commercial made by students, for students, through their lenses, their perspective of what Collarts is to them.
I think the magic of Collarts is the things that happen every day. It's the ordinary things that students and teachers are doing together in classrooms. And so the Sound of Collarts really was an opportunity to say, hey, have a look inside, but to throw it over to students and say, go capture the things that make Collarts every day.
I'm used to doing like short films or like web series and stuff where you get a script first and then you build pictures from that and music kind of comes last. But we got given Hamish's track, which was really cool. So we were kind of building images to that track, which is Sounds of Collarts. We did a lot of macro thinking, how to like see what you're making here and make that come alive.
I guess it started with a brainstorm. Me and Steve and a couple others had a little think about what sounds are part of which degrees, what sounds will be a snare, what sounds will be rhythmic, what sounds will be tonal, and then tried to piece together a basic structure from there. And that was using a combination of samples from a sound library and recorded sounds on campus. We then kind of formulated a basic demo, which ended up being nothing similar to the final project. One of the major things that we wanted to convey was that when you come to Collarts, you're coming to actually do the thing that you want to do, like pulling up the faders, playing the piano, cutting fabric, all these different things. You're actually going to get your hands in there and get working.
We wanted to accurately represent the creative process behind the sounds. So we were more thinking about, rather than showing the creative highs of projects and assignments and being a student here at Collarts, we wanted to show a few of the struggles. So we thought about a lot of redos, a lot of delete buttons and skips and those kinds of things that can show, okay, you know, being a creative, it's a tricky process of ups and downs, and so we really want to show the down moments to accurately represent it.
Our process as a whole was a lot of having to kind of go along with it as things came up, because we were going into student spaces and chatting with them and seeing what was available. We wanted it to be very much in the spaces that study and everything takes place and where the students really are and what materials they truly use. Obviously, we went to all of the different campuses and we tried to pick something that very much represented something quite specific from that campus and what courses and classes and study takes place there.
There's like a core four of us who we've gone through this entire course together, so we're all really comfortable with each other. We know how to talk to each other and we're like, hey, like that's actually not going to be reasonable. But then we're also really good at providing solutions. So say the director wanted XYZ, and then Josh being the DOP would be like, yeah, that's so good. Me and Saf in the more logistical fields in this one would have to kind of be like, oh, we can do it, but this is how you have to do it. And if you want to do it, you've only got an hour. So do your idea, but like ring it into an hour, which I think is really good problem solving exercises for us, like trying to get into the industry as well.
And we had quite a few things that we either couldn't get. Once you're there with the camera holding it, it's not going to work. And I guess it's just adapting to sort of be like, how can we still get a version of it that's not the one that we envisioned or had on our whiteboard. A lot of that comes spur of the moment when you just run in with the camera to a class and see what's happening and get stuff. And sometimes a lot of that's almost more magical because it's just spur of the moment. No one's prepared, everyone's kind of just doing their own thing. So like with the comedy class, we didn't know what we were going to do, and then we ended up just running in and filming them playing a game, and that was really fun because they were just doing their class and they didn't feel awkward around us, and we didn't sort of crowd them or anything like that. I think it worked out better, if that makes sense, because it was like, oh, this is what you'll be doing in class here at Collarts, and look how much fun they're having.
I love that as a college we don't take ourselves too seriously, and I think there's a real lightness to the end result. It's not trying to be perfect and it's not trying to be earnest. It's trying to just capture those moments where people are creating. Creating is effort and work, and community, and you can really see that come through.
It was really great to be able to guide them through that experience, because I think not a lot of them have been through the full scope of a job like this. And just to comfort them is that, hey, this is what it's going to be like every time. So you need to get used to that fact. And these critical decisions, you really need to make them actually quite quickly when you still have that objectivity, because later on, it's all about getting to the finish line.
I really wanted to make it a point to talk to the crew and be like, look, we've finished studying, now let's use our instincts. Let's go into a room, use lighting setups that have already worked, put them to test, and then if they work, I feel like we'll feel really, really proud of what we accomplished, and it just shows how far we've come as a group.
I'm very proud of the project, yeah. It was refined and worked on for months in the end, but it's come together really well, and it's something that I'm super proud of, yeah.
We often always talk about the fact that if one of us wasn't as in it as the other three, nothing would happen. We wouldn't have gotten our doco done, we wouldn't have gotten our capstone done, we wouldn't have gotten anything done. So having at least 4 people who are really in it with you is like the best thing you can do, and Collarts really nurtured that.
The fact that Collarts had faith in us to be able to do this whole project was really special. Yeah, I think I'm just very proud of us all.
Coming to Collarts was one of the best decisions I made, and I'd been looking at a lot of film schools. This is the place to be, because you're not only going to learn stuff, but you're going to get your community of your creative industry.